Welcome, my name is Rich, and this is DCUO, well, Let's Play of DCUO, wherein I will pay attention to the stories that the game is trying to tell. I've played a lot of the game so far, perhaps half, probably a bit less, actually, all things considered. The character I'm playing as is Quantum Issues, who is a shield weapon and quantum power hero. And I will start off by doing some one-player on-duty stuff, and probably move on to doing some two-player stuff later on. The last couple of, Monday and Wednesday this week, I have shown off the background missions for tech and magic heroes. I haven't actually, in the time between Wednesday and now, gotten my two alternate heroes up to the level of doing the last of the three background-only missions. That'll probably happen on Wednesday, not on Monday next week. I'll do it over the weekend. Hello, welcome, Raven Force. Nice to see you. I will just continue going through this content for now, and then, I'm not quite sure how long it will take to get as much of this as I can manage done. It looks like I don't qualify for Wonderverse Temples of Source Power, because the challenge rating minimum is 299 and mine's like 291 or something. But I can probably do up to this point. Well, I could do this today, but going through the different tiers, probably once I've done tier 9, I might be able to manage Wonderverse, but we'll see. East End Regal Hotel, done that, although it was on Blue Peregrine. Star Labs facility, that would be protect Star Labs secret exabyte research center from Lex Luthor's attacks. We did that with this hero because Quantum Issues' background is meta, and this is the second of the three meta-only missions. Circe's Stronghold is the second of the magic only background mission. Monarch Playing Card Company is you protect Riddler. We've done that already. So let's do test subject number 1. Assist in researching Bizarro's origin in a simulated version of LexCorp's cloning lab. Oh, before I do that, actually, just remembered. What was it? No, it's not that. Hidden artifacts. There we go. I got this and put it aside because I wasn't about to do it. So let's listen to the intro message.
Hello there, mate. How have you been? All right. I'll cut the chumminess. I know we don't have much history together, but together we could make history. And speaking of history, I'm in the business of collecting things. Old things, new things, sometimes blue things, but most importantly, things with power. Ah, I got your attention. Good. Meet me at this secret location and I'll give you the details of this little arrangement.
That's a good solo chain, is it? Artifact stuff, cool. Yeah, I haven't done this before. It obviously had been added since the last time I took a character up past level 20, and I completely forgot about it in the time between now and when I got it. So the accent for John Constantine is supposed to be a Liverpudlian. He's supposed to have a Scouse accent, and that the voice actor obviously made an attempt, but it didn't really feel like a proper Scouse accent. Oh well.
Hello there, mate.
Oh, we're hearing it again, are we? Because I decided to track it.
All right, I'll cut the chumminess. I know we don't have much history together, but together we could make history.
There
And
isn't any way
speaking
to
of
skip
history,
it. Oh,
I'm
that's
in
the
the
wrong
business
way.
of collecting things.
Here we are.
Old things, new things, sometimes blue things, but most importantly,
We
things
need to
with
go
power.
to Metropolis for this.
I got your attention. Good. Meet me at this secret location and I'll
Let's go
give you
to
the
Midtown.
details of this.
Oof. What's oof about? J Supergirl L. Well, it's a nice costume. Although those are the Supergirl boots, and that's the slick legs, and then that looks like it might be the no, that's a Superman chest piece because you can see the Superman shield on the shoulder. I thought maybe it was the Flash chest piece. Anyway, the accent. Didn't know it was meant to be Liverpudlian. It's supposed to be Scouse. Yeah, John Constantine is supposed to be. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Oblivion Bar. Use Events tab of On Duty menu to travel there. Oh, right. Okay. I was confused. Let's go to recent text and add them to ignore because I don't care. It's just in the last of the magic superhero background missions. The first place that you go to is there's superheroes all over the place. Damn it. Trying to find somewhere private. The first place that you travel to is the Oblivion Bar, and I can't remember where it is, but I thought that it was over here somewhere. No, they don't add. Oh no, the water treatment facilities are on there. There of the Spectre, Glenmorgan Square, Union Station. Pretty sure the water treatment facility is where you go to. Oh no, maybe it's near there. It's right next to it, but it's a door on the dam itself rather than the water treatment facility. Anyway, over here is the last location of the magic background final mission. So you go in here and enter a mystic portal into an alternate dimension and fight Circe alongside Wonder Woman. And there is an entrance to the Oblivion Bar somewhere in Metropolis. I just don't remember where. But it appears that it doesn't matter because I'm supposed to use On Duty and go to Events, Artifacts, Oblivion Bar. There we go. Okay, that's how you do it. Rather than go to a physical location in Metropolis. Anyway, let's go. Nice background music. So in the Oblivion Bar you'll find heroes and villains of magic origin. I wonder what costume pieces she's wearing. Interesting. So, there's Etrigan. There's, I don't know. There's an imp. He's got 4 eyes, so that's a Trigon imp. Don't know who this is. He's got a big green X on his face for some reason. Oh, that's Zatanna. Just Etrigan and Zatanna hanging out, talking. And Etrigan's slouch, when he's not standing up straight, puts him directly in line with Zatanna's boobs. So, I imagine... Oh, there's Clarion the Witch Boy. He's a little shit. Here's a Sentinel of Magic on this side, and it looks like a Sentinel of Magic in a slightly different uniform there, I suppose. Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is having a casual conversation with Felix Faust. Okay. Quite why they're not... Well, I mean, I think that fighting is not allowed in the Oblivion Bar, so like I understand why they're not at each other's throats, but to just be having a casual conversation, like you would think that they'd avoid one another more than anything. Here's the Phantom Stranger, who I can't really get a very good shot of. He doesn't show up that much. I don't think he's got any specific, like, unique comics that are for him only. He's a phantom, and he wanders from place to place. He can't interact with events directly, but he tries to, like, he'll find appropriate people and try and get them. He's basically a quest giver in DC, in canon. Because he can't do stuff himself for some reason. I don't know his full backstory, but because he can't interact directly himself, he finds people who can. So he'll often work with Zatanna and Dr. Fate, and well, he'll find people who are appropriate for the job, and then point them in the right direction. Because he can't do it himself. This is Whisper Adair, and probably the person who she was working alongside of, who turns into a werewolf. But I can't remember his name. We only meet him once, and that's during the lead up to Batwoman getting caught by Mannheim, and he tries to sacrifice her. Here's a big old Trigon dude. It's a pair of Trigon dudes, actually. And oh, it's 3 of them. Okay, so this is probably a lust demon. I'm assuming based on her outfit. I don't know what else she could be. And these guys are probably rage, if I had to guess. And then so if you're doing the Magic Origin mission, you come down here, and you would use this. In fact, there's a bunch of mission area here that you would use. But it's not available to us because we're not Magic Origin heroes, so... Hey, welcome, Prime Pain. No, I'm not a new player. I have been playing on and off since the game released, but I tend to create new characters more than I do get characters up to maximum level. Before I started playing this on stream right at the end of last month, I hadn't gotten the character up past that level 12 for a couple of years. So I hadn't done this mission sequence here with John Constantine. And in general, I haven't done a whole lot of endgame content, so I'm much more familiar with...
There you are. I was starting to think you weren't interested in power beyond your wildest dreams. At the very least, we need to get these artifacts out of the hands of the monsters that carry them. You in or you out, mate?
Obviously, I'm in. I'm much more familiar with the missions that you do as you level up, rather than the ones that you do at endgame. I have got a couple of characters up to max level, and I think the highest challenge rating I managed to grind through to was 58 before I got bored, because it's a huge grind and I can't be bothered. Constantine, know when you're ready, so I will do that.
There you go. Now, let me check my shopping list. So, I've got a lead on a few artifacts. First stop, we're going to hell. I mean, why save it for last? Let's just jump right in, eh, mate? I'm pretty sure they're keeping my seat warm. Let's go.
Yeah, that is not a good Scouse accent. I mean, I know that there are more accents in and around Liverpool than just Scouse, but he doesn't sound like any of them, really. I mean, it's a valiant attempt, I suppose. Why is a statue a shop? Oh no, I mean, I don't know why it's not that useful. But you can't get it anywhere else, so if I don't keep it, then I'll never get it again.
We're after the rings of Azar. Pretty little things, imbued with the souls of long-past Azarathians. The hippie folks that long stood against Trigon. You may have seen rings like these before. Your friend Raven has a set to keep the demons at bay. The demons inside.
Hi chaps, how's it going? Does this do anything? Yes. Oh, I can pick it up. Okay. Interesting that Constantine's not going to do anything. Oh, I'm supposed to have picked this up. It's got an arrow marker. Can I throw it? No, that wasn't throw. That was put down. What's Constantine doing? He's just going to chill here. Not helping. Okay, thanks. I mean, not doing things he knows he can't is kind of a Constantine thing. He goes and gets people who can manage. Ah, I'm supposed to fill the blank spaces with the statues. Okay. Oh, this one goes here. Okay. This isn't really how I imagined hell to look. We're probably not actually in hell yet. Okay, this is a bit more hellish.
So much power. The power. The power.
Someone's getting a bit jolly over power.
Yes, the power.
Brother Blood, of course.
So much power. I will finish you off myself.
Well, I mean, you can't really expect anyone else to finish me off. There isn't anyone else here. I managed to do you in last time
I will heal
when you were trying
myself.
to raise Trigon in Metropolis.
No! All the magical energy will be lost!
Oh dear. Let's take the source mark. Oh, I got all three of them. Okay, it wasn't a choice. I wonder why I'm able to just pick them up and he needed to spend his time sort of doing a power vacuum act.
Our next stop is the lovely suburb of Oa. In the old days, it would have been a real trick getting across the galaxy, but now old Johnny Boy's got Sector O on speed dial. Last one there's a duffer.
It's kind of annoying that the splash screens don't stay up. Not sure why. Oh well. Interesting that we get to come to Oa, though. I don't know of any other missions that take you here. Although, I have never played as those are orange lantern constructs. That's bad news. I've never played as a light power user. I didn't really like the powers that you got to begin with, and I didn't stick with the set long enough to find out what the rest are like before changing the character. So I don't know whether if you're playing as a light character you have some special missions that bring you to Oa or to wherever it is that Sinestro has his core based.
The Guardians and their green lanterns are usually more the recycling type. They're not keen on outsiders digging through their garbage, but they won't miss what they don't know is missing.
True. So these orange lantern constructs are completely destroyed. They used to be people, but Laughley's, the orange lantern, converted them into this form and basically took away all of their individuality.
Not yours, nope!
And they basically operate according only to his will, which is quite impressive, really.
I can't have... mine?
It's like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Nice. Oh, he hasn't shattered, he's flown off. Nice of you to join us, John.
Since you're such a fan of gallivanting across the universe, I picked a very special location for our next expedition. I don't want to spoil the surprise.
I wouldn't say that I'm a fan of gallivanting.
That
Oh,
probably
this is going
spoiled
to be.
the surprise.
This is a boom tube. We're going to Apocalypse, aren't we? Well, it's either Apocalypse or is it? I don't remember what the new gods, the good side new gods, home is called. New Genesis, that's the one. but it's probably going to be Apocalypse. So that's fun. Yeah, this is definitely... This definitely says Apocalypse to me. Wonder what this is about. Oh well. Wonder where John's gone to. The dregs are what the denizens of Apocalypse are called, or like the very least of them. They're sort of, well, they're basically slaves. They don't have any rights on Apocalypse, and most of them are indoctrinated to believe that Darkseid is the best leader that they could possibly have. Darkseid, by the way, is the new god of tyranny. So he's a cheery chap. I wonder what the fight I need to engage in here is. Oh, there's enemies behind this wall. Oh, they're just Drakes having a fight. Okay. So the dregs are unfortunate poor buggers because they have to live on Apocalypse and they're indoctrinated, but they're also they won't be grateful for you trying to help them, generally speaking.
Got it? Good. That's a thing of beauty.
Well, they wouldn't be grateful for your interference and attempts to help them live better lives without a lot of time spent trying to undo
I will knock
the
that
brainwashing.
smirk right off your face and into the source wall!
You want to take me on? Fine.
That's oh, that's the tank pet that you get as part of the magic power set, but it's just blown up to. So ordinarily it would be about about waist height or smaller, but this is obviously increased in size by several orders of magnitude.
You're getting on my nerves!
And Steppenwolf is an underling of Darkseid. It's lucky that we're not against Darkseid himself here. He would be a bit too much.
Don't wait for me. Grab it now.
Darkseid is so powerful that even Superman at full strength, not holding back at all, can't
Things were going pear-shaped there for a minute.
really do much damage to him. You have to be really doing something special to hurt Darkseid.
It's depleted. At best, it may have some residual energy. Well, I'm not leaving empty-handed, so let's grab it and get out of here before we draw the eye of Darkseid.
Yeah, even well, of course, Constantine is worried about pulling Darkseid's attention. It's rather like worrying about pulling Sauron's attention without Darkseid having a weakness in the same form of Sauron having the One Ring. Darkseid, well, I suppose Darkseid's really more like Morgoth. I wonder where we're at now. This looks like... Gotham? This is Gothamite architecture. This might be... There were those ampule thingamies. Oh yeah, there's definitely. It's where we fought against... fought against the cat people. This room here is where we fought the cheetah cat lord. Who are these? They've all been stunned with sorcery. Best to leave them like that.
If you're ever looking for something powerful that no one person should ever have, look no further than the United States government. They've got all sorts of dangerous things that could blow off your damn hand. Let's go get some. What do you say?
Ah, we're supposed to search the whole place. Okay. It contains alternate versions of the Declaration of Independence. I wonder who these guys are supposed to be. I think this is... They're mostly in paramilitary gear. Although not quite. They're slightly different from paramilitary. Anyway. Contains apples, oranges, and bananas. Okay.
I hope you grabbed two. I want one.
Contains nth metal. Ah, we can continue checking crates though, because I'm curious now about what these all contain. Vintage postal uniforms. I don't see how alternate drafts of the Declaration of Independence, postal uniforms, and fruit are dangerous enough to blow your hand off. Contains collector editions of popular video games. That also seems like an odd thing to have compiled.
Well, look what we have here.
Dilute steel refractor. Okay. Oh, we don't get to check the rest of the boxes. That's a shame.
What you've got there is Dilasteel. The same silvery stuff that'll break your hand if you try to punch old Captain Atom on Major Force in the nose. If you get boxed a lot, this might be the one for you.
I don't know who you punks are, and I don't care. You mess with the Major, you get the Force! Ah!
Dilute steel is a kind of living metal that, as John said, is coating both Major Force and Captain Atom. The backstory for Captain Atom is kind of involved, at least the one I'm familiar with from the Young Justice cartoon. But suffice to say, he was betrayed, and I think without his... Oh, was it? He was betrayed and implicated in war crimes. Or framed, rather, I should say. He didn't commit war crimes at all. And to commute his sentence and not be discharged dishonorably, he signed up or agreed to undergo human testing of being coated in dilute steel. Something else happened that gave him atomic powers, I don't remember the full sequence of events. But it's convoluted and involves quite a lot of twists and turns. Do you wonder if sorcery is worth checking out next? I have Quantum, but wanted to use it for my villain and focus on time-related stuff. Yeah, sorcery is quite fun. So this is one of the pets that you get in sorcery. This is much, much larger than your pet would be if you had it. It would be, as I said, about, well, less than waist height. But you also get a DPS pet that you can have instead. You can't have both pets out at once, unfortunately, but the DPS pet is a big help. And because it's a healing class, you have some healing powers, you have some support powers. It's quite flexible. I quite like it.
Well, mate, you collected every last artifact on my list. I'll just take these and go. What? I'm a right bastard, everyone knows that. Fine. Since you did so well, pick one.
I don't know. Oh, damaged weapons, there we go. Cog of Mageddon. This will be what we picked up from Apocalypse. Entwined Rings of Azar were the first ones we picked up, and the Tetrahedron of Urgrund will probably be the thing that we got from Oa. Tetrahedrons of Urgrund were small metal pyramids covered in brutal adornments embodying the many sides of war. They were a symbol of the warrior class and believed to empower their users in combat. Although the Tetrahedron of Urgrund might be the apocalyptic object. Cogs of Mageddon are small mechanical parts once belonging to the Urgrund war machine. Mageddon could tap into the primal savage warrior spirit of man. The cog may still possess some of this power. The Rings of Azar are entwined spherical rings created by the spiritual leaders of Azarath. They contain the noble souls of fallen priests of Azarath. Raven used a similar ring to defeat her father, Trigon. These rings seem neglected, but may still hold similar power. Okay. You got an artifact, a powerful item with great potential. Equip your artifact to increase your stats and receive unique bonuses. Fortify artifacts with nth metal to level them up and become stronger. Okay, so this is the object. It goes there, and then presumably, here we are. Yes. I'll just fill all of these.
Your artifact is a wall, mate. It needs the proper motivation to go on. What you need is a very special sort of thing to help it break on through to the other side.
I need catalysts for the next milestone. Okay. And John Constantine in the Watchtower for some artifact catalysts. Okay, well, I guess we can't ask for them here. Maybe he doesn't have them in his pockets, I suppose. Still wrapping your head around artifact stuff. Don't like the time limit on selecting rewards. Don't get why it's there. Yeah, I don't know either. Particularly those long lists of like gear with different effects. The first chest that I opened had like 20 of these things, and I just kind of went, oh, I don't know, and picked one of them. Because my time was running out. Probably what I was supposed to have done is not open the chest yet and know somehow what was going to be in the chest without having done this before. and check online for build advice. I
Now that you've got the items you need, you can really give your artifact a boost.
Break through a milestone rank with your artifact on the artifacts tab of your inventory. Now let's go with this. Seals are optional items that improve the upgrading process. For example, the Seal of Preservation prevents catalysts from being consumed when failing a breakthrough. Yeah, okay. I don't need any Seals of Preservation because the success chance is 100%. So let's just load all of this into here. Because why not?
The best thing about artifacts is that they want to grow in power. They yearn for it, and they're always hungry. If you feed them the right things, it will make them stronger. The best fuel for these little beasties are things like sunstones from Krypton and ingots of nth metal from Thanagar.
I don't think I'm going to bother doing the vault that I just got a ticket for, because it's not very interesting, really. So I will do one player on duty stuff. Should have made use of my precognitive powers, I guess. Yeah. Oh hey, holo token.
This new procedure allows us to clone anything with terrestrial DNA. It's our crowning achievement, and I'm sure a Nobel Prize is in our future. One caveat, though. It's quite delicate, so I hope we don't encounter any issues.
Remember, this is a simulation, so reenact this moment as you see fit. The computers will take care of the rest.
Mr. Luthor has given the order. Destroy all of these failed clones quickly. There's a problem with the cloning system!
You and bad friend!
Bizarro is a
Hero number one!
an attempt to clone Superman. I should have familiarized myself with all the powers that he's got.
Hello!
But his powers are basically the opposites of Superman, so he's got cold vision and heat breath. Like that. 4 looks like it's a lunge power. Not sure what 3 is. But this is very obviously, in fact it's got the same music as the hospital wing in which we fought against Dr. Psycho. Oh, here we are. This is where we started. So, that's what that was a lunge. What's this? Punch the ground. Okay, weird. And then this is a stamp power. And then This is Cryovision and Heat Breath. Bizarro also, for some reason, says the opposite of what he means. Although it appears as though in this game at least, the authors did not do a very good job of coming up with opposite phrases. Or precise opposites. I mean, he says things like you am Bizarro's best friend, which means greatest enemy, presumably. Let's go with this. Alright, I can't open my inventory just at the moment because apparently Bizarro doesn't have an inventory.
Initializing Extermination Turret test. Target the clone tube. You're not allowed in here. Activate the Sentinel and bring those turrets back online, now!
See, crush with kindness seems like it might be an opposite, but crush is not an opposite of what he wants to do. Kindness is, so he's part of it is opposite and part of it is correct. I guess they couldn't think of a suitable opposite term for crush.
You am good, friend!
Oh right, that'd be better, wouldn't it?
Do that again!
It's got a limited range. That's annoying. And why is creating cubes? That's weird.
You am good, friend!
See, if that was taken as an opposite, you would think it would mean bad enemy. But I think he's saying...
Bioscan in progress. Identifying species. Superman clone experiment 001 identified. Evacuation is not authorized. Return to the processing lab immediately.
I think he's trying to say you like he means I don't like you. You are bad enemy. But he's only like they only gave half of it. The opposite treatment.
Security log 65.1. Robot Jim, I like to call him. He guards the door day and night. Always lets me win at cards. I don't know why we have such a high-tech assault robot on duty here, but I heard he was here to keep things in rather than things out. Not sure what that means.
There should be more holotokens around. I mean, that was 2 of 4. I don't know where else you'd get them. If not here, somewhere. But like, there isn't anywhere else that they could be. I mean, there is a door through here, or like a room through here, through this door, and a room through this door as well. But there, you can't actually get through to them. Ah. Hiding behind the panel.
Security log 26.1. This 12-hour shift guarding the control room is mind-numbing. I don't understand half the things these scientists are muttering about. Clone processing, DNA manipulation, blah, blah, blah. You really need to put a snack machine in here.
Hey, welcome, Hyper Lee. I'm just searching for the last of the holotokens. I managed to find that one that was hiding behind the door. Not the door, the control panel against the wall. And I think I can hear another one in here somewhere. I don't think that they make a noise after you've listened to them, so I don't know why I'm getting the sound here. Destroy that. Destroy that. Aha! There it is, hiding away.
The Extermination Turret is our first foray into elusive selective particle disintegration. While initial experiments seem promising, the cloning lab needs to up their production rate to keep up our testing pace.
Aha! Managed to find all of them. Sneaky little things. And who would have thought that the people that end up staying at LexCorp the longest and getting positions of authority were assholes themselves? What an odd occurrence. I just picked these because it meant that I could get the insectoid shoulders, not because I particularly wanted the piece of gear. Trash can lid. Okay, sure. Banner. Alright, we'll have that. Let's look at the pieces. Was it biomech or was it insectoid? It was insectoid, wasn't it? Kind of big, beetly looking shoulder things. Cool. And then trash can lid. That's not a trash. Well, I suppose it might be. My goal at the moment is just to go through the one player on duty stuff that I haven't done yet, like that we haven't seen on the stream. The purpose of, well, like the goal of the Let's Play that I'm doing is to look at the stories that the game is trying to tell. I haven't experienced a bunch of these yet. I mean, I have done Circe's Stronghold, for example, because that's a mission that you get just by being with the magic background. But I've never done Tier 5 and Tier 6 on duty stuff before, because as I said, the highest I managed to get a challenge rating before was about 58. So I'd done a few of these, I think, and managed to get up to slightly above the minimum of Tier 3. I wonder why there isn't a Tier 4. But the grind took too long and I couldn't be bothered with it. So generally I mean, in general, when I play MMOs, I create lots of different characters and try out all the different options rather than go through all the story, because I like creating new characters. But yeah, I'm just making an effort now to try and see as much of the story as I can of the game. And I'll also be, as a corollary to that, I will also be creating, or I've created, a couple of villain characters to go through the villain side of the story. I don't have enough slots left to do all three, so I've got 2 villain characters. I've got a tech background villain and a magic background villain, and I decided on that because I can't really stand Lex Luthor at all as a character, and I wouldn't be able to stand taking orders from him. Not that I particularly like Circe, but she's at least a little better. And the concept I've got for the character that's the tech villain is a joke android that's just full size and more capable. So it's a joke. It's called Joke Android 9000, and conceptually, the story, like the in-character stuff for that character, is that he's just a robot that serves the Joker, so of course he'll just do whatever the Joker tells him. Assist in researching a critical moment in the Huntress's history. Okay, we'll do that. But I'm only going to start the villain stuff after I've done as much of the hero side stuff as I think I can manage. At least solo and reasonably. Like, for example, I can't... I can't take my time. I can't reasonably go slowly through 8-person team stuff because the rest of the team will be waiting for me, and I can't take my time.
Remember, this is a simulation, so reenact this moment as you see fit.
And like pay attention to background stuff and like look around for the holo tokens as I did. So what's this? This is a player-based area of effect. That's oh, it doesn't pull the character, the enemy to you. That's interesting. Or at least I was too close. If it does, so let's try again. No, it's a taser. Okay, and that's player-based. That'll lunge at the enemy. That's a backflip, and then that's switched me to that changes.
The hunt is on.
Oh, it's changed the costume as well. This must be the old costume. Yeah, I mean, I've complained on a previous stream about big windows cut into the costumes of characters that don't have superpowers, specifically super resilience, like Huntress. So this big window in her stomach is basically just a stab me window, like stab me here, please. Can't really approve of the swimsuit cut either. It just looks stupid. Like, if you don't have any superpowers, particularly ones that make you more resilient, then you should wear as much armor as you can reasonably manage. Not, I'm very impressed that these crossbows are capable of firing so much. But yeah, this is, basically this is the dual pistols power set. And one of the things that I like about it is when you do the heavy attack, heavy ranged attack, you can also press the direction keys to change the areas of fire, and then this obviously switches you back to martial arts. So maybe that's how that works. Like if you, I mean, I've never done it. I've never had character with 2 weapons before, but it makes sense that they would give you a button that would switch your weapons like this. But let's begin. Yeah, this is a better outfit for her. It's certainly more covering.
Almost through the bars.
Do you really think the Huntress is gonna break in here?
I hope she does. Get some revenge for the guy she whacked.
I must find a way to Santo without raising any alarms. I've got questions that demand answers.
I mean, I assume that I have to fight, but...
Too rough for ya?
combos that I like.
This is where you run!
Oh, is my sound off?
You're gonna regret breaking into my warehouse.
Justice will be served!
Pull the alarm!
Okay, let's check my sound. I mean, it's giving sound readings here. Kabuki boots. Yeah, I feel curious about what the Kabuki boots will look like. Alright, yeah, I can't open my inventory whilst I'm in this mode. Search warehouse for console password, okay. Changed the password again last night. It's Mona Lisa. Don't forget this time. Would have been fun if they'd had different things that you find when you look through like the lockers and stuff. Like you found a pair of old gym socks or something.
Probably just rats.
Probably be too easy if I had access to a stealth power like from the tech power set. Or the gadgets power set.
Didn't even like
Damn it.
We got a cape in the warehouse. The alarm's not working. I need some help over here.
Your friends haven't quite recovered from their kneecapectomy. If you want to walk out of here, I suggest you tell me the password.
I don't get paid enough for this. The password is Van Gogh.
Presumably I'm supposed to leave him. Okay. This is the card company. This is the inside where you find the Riddler, isn't it? Pretty sure that this interior area is where you... Oh no, never mind, it is. It's the whole place. I thought that maybe they took half of one interior space and half of another and stitched them together, but no, this is definitely... the whole place is where you,
I'm taking you out!
find the Riddler and fight Deathstroke. Hammer's no use to me. That's too low. Let's get the short office bench then.
You wish.
That effect just then had a bunch of bat symbols. It must have been batarangs or something. If you hit block, it will reset the hits there for making your hits faster, so you could get more hits in. Ah, this is different though. The room here is much smaller. Oh yeah, I haven't been finding any holo tokens, have I?
Santo Casamento, the dawn of the Casamento family. Explain to me why the FBI has a photo of you with my mother. If you even think about raising an alarm, I'll shoot you where you stand.
The Huntress. How nice of you to visit. And to answer your question, your mother, Maria, and I were, very close.
Liar. You made the order to kill my family. Why? Why didn't they kill me too?
That was my mistake. You are my mistake. I meant to spare Maria. So, what are you gonna do now, huh? What are you gonna do, murder me? Your father? Trying to take me down with your mistake. The last one you'll ever make. Damn. You got nerve. This little toy should do the trick.
Ah, there we go. I like some of the combos you can get in dual pistols, like these ones, but the ones the game has chosen for... I mean, maybe it's just that I'm not used to them.
You kids need a lesson.
She says to Santo Casamento, her father. Yeah, I remember something I was about to say earlier, but forgot. Very impressed at these dual pistol crossbows have so much ammo in them. I mean, even more than pistols. With bullets. Crossbows. I mean, crossbows have bolts that are like this long. You can't have a magazine full of them. Certainly not in the handle. I don't know what she decided to do in canon. She'd probably let him go. Ooh, let's take that time traveler helmet and listen to this.
Batman took me in and trained me for a while. He tried to change me, but it couldn't be helped. He said I was too violent, too reckless. I said he was too soft. If you want vengeance, you have to do it yourself. That is Omerta.
So that was one of 4. There's probably 4 of those in here, but they don't make sound like the green ones, which is awkward. Can I climb up the ladder? Oh, I can. Oh, that's convenient. Oh, no, I do. Okay, I just wasn't paying attention. There we go.
For many nights I couldn't sleep. I saw them in my dreams, heard them scream. It consumed me and made me vow for revenge. In Sicily, I learned how to take my vengeance.
Aha.
Ever been to Sicily, Vic? That's where my uncle sent me after my family was murdered. They were killed by order of a hit, by the Dawn of the Casamento family.
Aha.
Vic, you know Batman is probably monitoring every conversation I have, right? Of course you do, Mr. Conspiracy. Why do you have so many questions about me anyway?
Vic is the first name of the civilian identity of the Question, or the first Question. At least in the Justice League Unlimited TV series, Huntress and Question, or First Question, Question 1, I suppose, get into a relationship and have a child. And Question stops being the Question to raise the child, I think, leaving the position of the Question open for Renee Montoya to take up the mantle when she stops being a police officer due to things. Roll cannot equip this item. Needs a tank. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, hey. I can buy things from Constantine.
Listen, you don't want to be my mate. My mates end up either worm food or worse.
Oh, and this requires roll healer. I wish it... Did it say that when I was choosing the gear? Because I didn't notice. That's a shame, and I can't sell it either because I've tried that. It's bound to me. Sell them. What do reinforced katars look like? Oh, they just look exactly like the same style as the first style of katar you get, but they're a different colour. Okay. I wonder why... I mean, it doesn't say bound anywhere. Oh, cannot trade. Okay. I was expecting it to have like a soulbound status or something. But obviously that was the wrong kind of thinking. How much source marks do I have? I guess a lot.
Bloody heroes. Bloody villains. I think Brainiac is doing us all a favour by thinning the herd.
To be honest, I don't know what you're supposed to spend them on. I figure it's better to hold on to them and not spend them on just stuff. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Is this a permanent boost or is it temporary? Guess I'll find out. It's better to hold on to currency that I've been earning until I work out what I'm supposed to spend it on, what the best thing to spend it on is, rather than just go, okay, well, I've got lots of this currency, let's buy whatever. Oh yeah, hold on. I've got post, haven't I? Is there a mailroom down here somewhere? No. Okay. Let's go to the tech wing. Pick up those pieces of mail that I've got. Because they'll have gear or cosmetic items attached. And a little bit of follow-up story. Luthor's old lab. This additional data from the simulated cloning facility will prove useful. I will incorporate it into future simulations. Bizarro Tank Top. Okay. Let's have a look at the Bizarro Tank Top. Ah, okay. Not quite as interesting as I was hoping. Circe's trial. Discover Circe's involvement in a planned Amazon attack on Gotham City. Okay. I don't think I've done this before. Okay.
Let us not delay any longer. Prepare to witness these moments.
She's not wearing much, is she? Her weapon is hand blast, and I don't really like hand blast very much because of the little gaps between animations.
Resist me if you dare.
And how it slows down your fighting. So, what powers are these? You should have a sorcery power set. Create a second person. 4 doesn't look like it's any fun for me. 5 summons a bestiamorph, okay. And what's 6? Some kind of shield. Oh, I can't look at the powers to learn about what they do. Thanks, that's really handy. And also, yes, this is the old appearance for Circe's outfit. As I said last time, it's basically a bikini with a front cape on the, like a loincloth on the lower half, and then a bikini top that's just stuck on, doesn't even have straps.
A little birdie told me that the Amazons are preparing to attack Gotham City. I can't let them do that. Without me. I'll request an audience with Hippolyta and prove that she needs me in this war.
Can't fly up any higher than this. This is presumably Themyscira. Then. Looks appropriately Greek. Not having travelled to Greece myself. I wonder how long this doppelganger is going to hang around for. hiding back against the wall here.
The Merchant Quarter has the largest collection of markets on Themyscira. In peacetime, it's a bustling hub of artisans, vendors, and even entertainers. Today, the bazaars are populated by patrolling soldiers, most assets having been diverted to the war effort.
For courage and loyalty. You're an unworthy foe.
Yeah, I don't like how the flow of the animations for
I may be able to avoid direct combat in certain situations. Oh, the weak-minded are easily fooled by illusions.
because it breaks up the flow of the attacks. Usually,
This should make things interesting.
Hand blast is not a weapon set that I usually choose.
My bestiamorphs will annihilate you.
Go on. Oh, my doppelganger's gone now. It hangs around for quite a long time, doesn't it?
Not stop. Shut up and fight. Fight me.
Is that fight me or bite me? Shame I can't fly any higher than this.
For the queen.
Beast.
Not stop me.
Warhound, that's just gymnastics. Or a Rottweiler.
A simple but effective trick. Magic always wins.
Hardly a match.
There's a hard token near here. There we go.
The cliffside vista is one of the most visited overlooks of Themyscira. Until recently, my sisters would come here to shrug off the burdens of the city and immerse themselves in the peaceful calm of nature. Today, the vantage point is no longer sought for its beauty, but for its strategic value.
compete with a goddess! Surrender to your betters!
This has got a massive ego on her, hasn't she? I'll take the source mark.
Why don't I even the odds?
Formed barrels into...
You're not much of a challenge!
Yes. On your knees.
Your attacks are weak!
You can't defeat a goddess!
Yes, you can. We have already seen this is possible. I wonder how coins got up into here. I suppose they must have been thrown up. Oh hey, well, welcome back, Raven Force. Oh no, not Raven Force. Just say on, bro. Okay. Sorry. Again, your name is the same length and the same color as someone else's, so I apologize for getting it wrong. I'm just playing through solo. Oh, hello. On duty stuff. I've gotten to the Circe mission.
Hera, protect me!
Unfortunately, I don't particularly like the weapon that Circe uses, which is Hand Blast. I don't really like the way that the animations and the attacks flow. I prefer other weapons. But it is interesting. I mean, I haven't been here before, and I haven't.
Put up your sword.
I haven't played this mission before.
Shut up and fight.
I'm not familiar with the powers that Circe uses, and noticed very quickly that this is the old outfit for Circe, where she was barely wearing anything, as opposed to the new one where she's got kind of a catsuit thing going on. I wonder how she's the other Circe is using that purple lightning. It's not. I don't think it's a combo in Hey, Hand Blast.
Magic always wins.
Also not very helpful that you can't like open up a power listing and read about what all the different powers do.
You can't compete with a goddess!
The thing is, loved the hand blast for years, but now I dislike it for some reason. Okay, well, fair enough. I mean, there are certain of the weapons that I like using and certain that I don't, just because of how they feel when you're using the combos. So, I mean, hand blast is one of the ones I don't like. Bow and staff and rifle are other ones. I don't really like how slow and ponderous two-handed weapon is either. But I suppose in a way, making up for it, I don't have a preference at all for power set. Well, other than I don't really like light very much.
Circe, you've gone through a lot of effort to ensure your own imprisonment.
Great Queen, I am not here as your enemy. I know Themyscira prepares for war, and I can be your greatest asset. I can offer you great and powerful allies, worthy of the Amazons.
We do not need help from the likes of you, witch.
I faced Trigon in hell and recharged the legendary Victory Stone. Alexander the Great used it to conquer the world. We can use it to bring Gotham to its knees.
Your words will not sway me, witch, only your actions. Prove yourself in combat against my Amazons, and I shall consider your request. Amazons, come forth! Show Circe our might, and do not hold back.
I don't know why
Surrender.
the Amazons were attacking Gotham.
Managed to defeat a few hoplites. We have many warriors that are capable of saying.
And why Queen Hippolyta is behaving like this. She doesn't usually, like in all of the versions that I've seen of her, comics and cartoons alike, she's not. Queen Hippolyta has never directed an attack against the world of man. She's always wanted to remain isolated. Because Batman didn't ask Wonder Woman to the JLA promo. Somehow I doubt that.
Resist me if you dare. Yes, on your knees.
Although, to be fair, I don't really... I'm not surprised that Queen Hippolyta is not accepting Circe's help. Circe is kind of a knob.
You can't defeat a goddess!
Your cheap tricks won't win this war.
Satisfied yet, Hippolyta? Or do you have more champions for me to face?
Let us see how you fare against your final opponent.
Kneel before me!
Oh, there we go. That's how you do it.
Magic always wins. Resist me if you dare.
Unlimited power! Going poorly. there we go. I've still got access to the Soda Cola healing thingamies, even though it's not on my hotbar.
You can't compete with a goddess! My bestiamorphs will annihilate you!
Impressive, Circe. Very well, I accept your offer. You may join the Amazons as an advisor. Come, there is still planning to be done.
I can't access inventory whilst I'm in here, can I? I wonder where the last of the holo tokens are at. I've only found a couple of them. I wonder whether this is a mission you would get to do as part of the villain storyline. I don't think it would be. The only reason I'm wondering that is if this has got missions if this is the last of a sequence of missions, then you would find other holo tokens elsewhere along that sequence. Can I hear one here? So if this was the last of a sequence of missions, you would be able to expect to find other holo tokens in the previous sections of the story arc, but I think I can hear one around here somewhere. But having said that, I don't think that this can be part of a sequence of missions, because, or at least not on the villain side, because they have a very particular sort of shape to them, I suppose. And there was one here. I did find one, didn't I? Yeah. Maybe there's more of the Themyscira as a zone that I just don't have access to because this is a limited version of that map. And if I had another way of accessing Themyscira other than with this mission, I'd be able to find the rest of the holo tokens because they're in locations around Themyscira that I can't access at the moment. I mean, we're barred off here and here, but they're locations on the map. And I think I probably explored around here and some of this section, so the rest of them will be around here, I expect. Oh well. Interesting that it is interesting. I did find a whole Atlantis zone earlier in the week, so there might be a Themyscira map somewhere. Yeah, hopefully. It's interesting that Circe refers to Wonder Woman and the other Amazons as sisters, but claims that she herself is a goddess. Generally, when Wonder Woman refers to the other Amazons as sisters, it's because she was raised as an Amazon. Regardless of the extent of her powers or her exact origin, she gets raised as Queen Hippolyta's daughter and a part of Themysciran society. So did Circe in this universe get raised as a part of Themysciran society? Or live as part of it? Is she an Amazon in this continuity? Just with huge magic power, apparently? Enough that she is comfortable... Well, I say comfortable, but... Enough that she is willing to claim that she's a goddess? Amazon soldier shoes. These are probably going to be sandals, aren't they? Oh no. Oh well, kind of. They're the same shape as Wonder Woman's boots, but they're armoured rather than, I guess, made of leather or something.
Nothing a villain uses can possibly compare with my equipment. Let me provide you with the items you need.
Aegis of Truth. Through the eyes of Wonder Woman, discover how the Amazons became divided. Ah, well, that may have been a better thing to do first rather than Circe's trial. Oh well. Why is Batman chilling out back there?
Let us not delay any longer. Prepare to witness these moments.
Okay, and this will be player-based effect. And then... Okay, interesting. Ooh, wow. That's a big old chunk in it. Oh, that's a lasso.
You leave me no choice.
And then that's reflecting attacks, and then this looks like... Oh no, it's a big punch, okay. Good. Well, at least this is a weapon I'm familiar with, quite like. But this is... Oh yeah, this is an old outfit for Wonder Woman. So they changed the outfit when you transform at the scrying ball, but then the moment you're actually in the fight, you are back to an old outfit of Wonder Woman's.
The rumors of the Amazons preparing for war with Gotham are true. My mother would never allow this. I must find her.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought that Hippolyta would never... or that her behaviour was out of character, so... it'll be some magic items influence, I expect.
Mother, why would you plan an attack on Gotham City?
We eliminated the Brainiac infestation from Themyscira, but it never should have come here in the first place. The mortal world has grown weak, and the Justice League is unfit to protect it. If we do not act now, the threat will return.
Attacking the city will hurt innocent people. Let's work with the mortal world and find a solution together.
The mortal world has failed, Diana. We must forge alliances with those strong enough to defend it. All other options have been exhausted. War is upon us.
Hello, sister.
Circe, this is your doing. I won't let this war happen.
The Amazons stand by their queen. Join me.
No, and our sisters will see the truth. That this is wrong.
Stubborn until the end. Guards, arrest her.
Why would the cutscene have Wonder Woman's new outfit, like Circe's old outfit?
In the name of peace. Now is not the time to chase after Mother. I must speak with my sisters before they leave for Gotham. There's already civil unrest among my sisters. I must convince them to see the truth.
Behave yourself!
Stand with me, sister. Help me end this senseless war before it starts.
I will fight alongside you, Princess.
She's changed outfit into red and gold and white instead of blue. Why is there a flying Amazon? Or is that a harpy?
Prepare yourself.
Hardly a try again.
Oh yeah, Brazen Harpy, there we go. Interesting.
You stand against the Queen.
By the gods.
Kryptonian Fight Club.
Many of us remain loyal to Queen Hippolyta. Where do you stand?
Mother's war is unjust. The people of the mortal world do not deserve this. Will you join me against her?
No! It's a rebellion!
For justice!
Where's my previous ally gone? She just evaporated. Or she got lost back here somewhere. Here, a hollow token, like the very edges.
I will devour your entrails.
By the glory of Gaia!
It's like I'm on the very edge of hearing, in the hearing region.
Sisters, hear me. This war is not the way. Our forces will be stretched too thin and leave Themyscira vulnerable.
You speak the truth. Themyscira will not benefit from this war. No one will. Join me.
We are with you, Princess. We will gather weapons.
What's her shoulder cape attached to? Ordinarily, something like that would be attached to like the cloth underneath of the clothing item that you're wearing, but this is just like pinned to the flesh of her shoulders, I suppose. Oh no, we need to go this way. Okay. This is a new area that we haven't been to before. I expect we'll go around like this and then up through here. Well, hopefully. Harpies and satyrs. They've got digigrade legs in the game and animated so that the satyrs can stand and walk on them and fight, presumably, to an extent at least. I mean, they were using the single blade or one-handed attack animation, attack weapon.
I must. Far better than you failed to defeat me.
She says to Wonder Woman, unless that was supposed to be Wonder Woman.
Stand with me, sister. Help me end this senseless war before it starts.
I will fight alongside you, Princess.
It's an impressive transformation ability. Ah, I thought there might be something down here.
Amazon priestesses offer spiritual and martial guidance at the Temple of Athena. In both peace and wartime, they provide words of comfort, advice for better hunting, and suggestions for improving battle techniques.
Will there be one down the other side? No. That's a shame.
Behave yourself!
Dual weapons. Haven't seen much of her attacks though, unfortunately. Difference between an impudent and a brazen harpy.
Are weak.
Other than apparently their
Hera, protect me.
amount of health. That is a bigger dog. More health.
For the glory of Gaia.
Going to be someone that I know.
You're not much of a challenge.
Someone that I win over to my side is what I was wondering, but she doesn't have a name. She was just guard exemplar. My guess is that no, she's not. Oh hey. Okay, so maybe the brazen harpies are archers, and the impudent ones have swords. I think it was dual swords. Oh, it's a shame I can't fly over there.
Sisters, will you not hear me out?
Princess Diana, we too believe there is a shadow in Themyscira. We will follow you.
We will gather weapons and regroup with you later.
This will probably be my last ally.
Treason is punishable by death, Diana. surrender now, and it won't by the gods. You will fall! Gods, grant me strength. Harder.
There's got to be more story to this. I don't know what it might be. Like which menu it might exist in. Desires. Spark of Parallax won't be it. That will be the Spark of Parallax must make it to the central power battery on Quad. Work with Hal Jordan and Sinestro to ensure that the entity of fear is restored and the emotional spectrum is on its way to recovery. So Parallax is... So I've spoken before about the different power rings and the emotional colour spectrum, with green being willpower and the colour that the Green Lanterns use. Each of the 7 colours of the emotional spectrum all have a like an avatar. Ion is the green avatar. It's a big sort of... It's a being of pure willpower. Parallax is the yellow avatar. It's a being of pure fear. The Ophidian is the orange one. It's a big snake. I don't know what the others are. See what's... Okay, Deep Desires is about Trigon's son of gluttony, Julius. Science Spire is about Zod and Lex Luthor. Iceberg Lounge is about the Penguin. Stemming the Tide. Mera has called upon you and the Flash to defend CCPD against an attack from Starro. Ooh, Starro's bad news. Starro is, well, the Starro are a race of psychic starfish aliens, and they have a tendency to, well, the smallest version is about sort of the size of a dinner plate, and they attach themselves to people's heads and cover their faces and use their psychic powers to take over the person they've possessed. So they have all the powers of that person, but the personality is gone. So a Starro Attack is very much like a zombie apocalypse sort of attack. And then there are bigger sizes of Starro starfish. And the biggest ones are they city size? And they're capable of using telekinesis to bend space in the same way that other people use technology to bend space to travel long distances through, like, warping, like in Star Trek. And luckily, it's possible to remove Starros from a person but after a day or two, or maybe it's 3 days, the damage is too much, and too much of their personality is lost, and they're basically left as soulless shells. So the person is, I mean, they're still alive, but they're basically as good as dead. So you can rescue someone from being possessed by a Starro starfish, as long as you find them and remove the starfish before, I think, 2 or 3 days are up. So Atlantis Royal Palace. I thought they said Royal Police. Getting confused. The House of Atlan has been summoned to the throne room of Atlantis. Mera and Aquaman have invited you as a special guest in their court. This will probably have something to do with Ocean Master. Metal Part 1, Scarlet Speedster. That won't have anything to do with Themyscira. We've done a bunch of these. Shady Nightclub. The Society uses nightclubs as a front for their criminal organization, each hoarding a cache of stolen technology. Have I done this? I've done one of these. Riverfront Center. Did we do Riverside Hotel? I don't remember how far we got. Cape Carmine Lighthouse is, yeah. Nightwing and Killer Croc race to get to Bane and his store of muscle-maximizing venom. Oh, interesting. This version includes Killer Croc. The one that you do... The one that is kind of the second mission that you get as a tech hero doesn't have Killer Croc in it. Ferris Aircraft. Star Labs is attempting to build an emotional dampener at Ferris Aircraft, but the Red Lanterns have attacked. Weird. Ferris Aircraft is where Hal Jordan worked as a test pilot before he got his Green Lantern ring. Two-Face has discovered the location of Penguin's smuggling operation in Gotham City's old underground subway tunnels. This is available as a single-player one as well. Wonder why it's available twice. Star Labs Satellite, Hall of Doom Recovery. Ah, this is the final confrontation between Superman and Lex Luthor that you do as a meta-hero. Dr. Fate at the Oblivion Bar. To enter the Shadowlands and drive Brainiac from the magical realms. Now that's weird. Because the Shadowlands are... The Shadowlands is a lot like an alternate dimension that's attached to the prime material dimension. It's a place that shadow-powered heroes and villains draw their powers from. For example, the Shade draws his powers from the Shadowlands. Knight's Dome Arena? Enter the Knight's Dome Arena to stop Jesse, Trigon's son of Envy, from completing an Envy ritual. Okay. Tunnel of Lust will be to do with Trigon's son Jacob. Ruined Cathedral. That's another of Trigon's sons. Supply lines. This will probably be fight for control of the warehouses in Themyscira and establish the supply lines that will ensure victory in the Amazon war on Gotham. So that sounds like you'll be playing as Circe, because you're for the war in Gotham. Port of Paradise, assault the enemy docks in Themyscira to prevent them from resupplying their armies in Gotham City. So that will be the... Wonder Woman side of things. Spark of Ion. Spark of Ion must make it to the central power battery on Oa before it's too late. Help Hal Jordan and Sinestro to make sure the essence of the entity arrives safely. The call malfunction. So that's where some more of the story of Themyscira is. In supply lines and Port of Paradise, but I don't know whether that's all of it. Anyway, let's continue with... we've done Aegis of Truth, so let's do Spark of Parallax. Oh yeah. I don't know why entering an on-duty thing is so convoluted. I mean, why can't you just click on it and go enter? Why do you have to... At least for one-player stuff, like, why would you need to, with single-player on-duty missions, why would you need to let it know that you're ready? I mean, of course you're ready. It's just you. There's no one else that wouldn't be ready. But then even after you've said ready, why do you need to... Anyway, Lobo is a tough cookie. Don't know why this is a one-player. Lobo is kind of a big deal. He's immortal through some convoluted means, and he was invented during the Dark Age, or the Dork Age of comics in the 90s, as just an edgy anti-hero. He's kind of a knobhead. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I'm not interested in an extended stay on Quard, so let's get the show on the road.
Show some respect, Jordan. I carry the spark of the entity Parallax within me, the first being to experience fear in this universe. I must transfer it to the central power battery before it is snuffed out completely.
Just don't make me regret this alliance, Sinestro. I've got my eyes on you.
Red Lanterns on Quard? Destroy them! I must complete this task alone.
There's Holotoken around here somewhere. Aha!
You cannot withstand the terror.
Uh-oh. Sounds like Sinestro bit off more than he can chew.
I will feed you to Parallax. What? My ring! What's happening?
We need to get in there, fast!
The manifestation of fear, Parallax, was born the first time a creature experienced terror. The Sinestro core convert that same terror into yellow hard-light constructs, which they use in their twisted plans of domination and control. I've experienced a direct connection to Parallax. It was not an experience I ever want to have again.
Alright, listen here, let us stop. Bugger off.
About time. How could my ring fail me now? Something must have happened.
I can't hold them forever. When you're ready to take one down, let me know and I'll lower the shield. Just be ready for a fight.
Well, yes, of course.
My ring is failing against them. Make yourself useful and take down Bleeze and her dogs. I will do what I can.
Bleeze. Oh yes, that's this one, isn't it? Is this some kind of weird fleshy banana head? Wow, look at this guy. Oh, is that Metallic? Furious Metallic, okay. Just weak look. Less impressive than I fought him earlier again with Superman. Hey, please.
Terror will consume you.
Go to sleep, please.
We must act now. I will be the conduit and transfer the spark of Parallax to the battery. It is complete. Parallax will be reconstituted inside the battery. However, something feels... Never mind. You may leave now.
You'll get no argument from me. And while I can't say I'm thrilled to see Parallax again, it was necessary to keep the emotional spectrum in balance.
Oh, there we go. There's an exit.
It is time for you to leave. Do not make me send for an escort.
All right, let's get out of here. I don't like the way Parallax is eyeballing me.
I should probably go to my lair and slot that. But I've also got some post from the investigations that I completed earlier. Yeah. Her cry for blood. These recordings are a glimpse into the Huntress's early career. Sometimes I wonder if I was too hard on her. Vigilante's justice mask. Interesting. I don't think I've picked that one up before. Ah, right, okay, it's just the Huntress mask. Cool. Right. Want to go to my lair. Actually, can I warp to my lair? Base 1, I think, would be it. Yes, there we go. Cool. Stuck on the wall there. Why would I want a roulette wheel? Have I got anything that goes on walls? I do. That's quite big. I've probably got something that goes on the ceilings as well. No, okay. I was wrong. Oh yeah. Armor Squared's not wearing much, is she? So, let's see what else there is. Deep Desires. Okay, let's have a go at this. Julius, Trigon's son of gluttony, has suddenly become envious of his lusty brother Jacob. The kitchen is no longer big enough for Julius. He's going to eat it, the wastelands, and the world. Okay. I don't know much about Trigon's other children. I mean, I know that he has a bunch of sons, and that Raven is the only daughter. And that they all embody his the seven sins, including Raven, who is supposed to embody the sin of pride, but refuses to. And keeps her emotions entirely in check.
Consume all the sinful energy. All of it. Then we'll squash Jesse and take over this joint.
So are we helping him? Fight. I can do that.
My brother Julius's appetite knows no bounds. He's currently eating his way from the tunnel's kitchen through the rest of the wastelands. You might want to stop him before he eats something of value.
Incredibly ugly. Aha! A holotoken.
I'm tired of this kitchen. It's time for the biggest, baddest son of Trigon to rise. Me, Julius. The very delicious picture of gluttony. But how? I know.
These spikes seem dangerous. Wouldn't want to fall on any of them. I thought he'd be a bit more dangerous, given his size, but apparently not. Ah.
I'll convert lesser, dumber demons to my side. We'll get all the gluttony energy we can eat and put it into power crystals. Man, I'm so hungry. Where's that old shake I had from Bibbo's? Oh yeah! Now where was I? Oh yeah! Eating!
Do I get any hints? I need to use these legs. No. Ah, that looks like something vaguely useful. I don't know what that was supposed to have accomplished. Well, I mean, obviously it's changed the nature of the fire, but what exactly was it, I wonder? It was like just sort of pink energy, or magenta, I suppose, that I've taken up from these weird fountains. Did it disappear? Oh, it did. It only stays on me for a certain amount of time. Oh, didn't actually notice there was 2 fountains here. That's closed off. Okay. That's barred to me, so I need to go this way, apparently.
Come on, brother. You've got so much sinful energy, you're bursting at the seams. I want what you've got.
Oh, you were serious? No. Have fun with stick legs over there, though.
What? Oh, hello. What have you got? I'm sure I want it, too. Who do you envy most?
Got a little knuckle sandwich for me.
Now, I have the genius of Batman.
It would appear that Jesse was a bit envious of Julius's buffet.
I didn't realize that if your gear gets too damaged, your challenge rating goes down. The Lobo fight took you from 291 to 43. That's a big jump.
Getting energy into crystals is the easy part. But how do I make sure I don't do something dumb like my stupid brother Jacob? Jacob? What's the matter, Julius? Too slow? Should I dangle a turkey leg in front of you? Ha! I'll show that stupid, sexy Jacob.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Ha ha ha! You're too late. With all this sinful energy, I'm gonna eat up the tunnel, the midway, and then the whole damn wastelands.
What he's saying obviously has some kind of meaning, but I'm not familiar with the wastelands or any of the stuff that's in it. I guess this is where they live? This maybe is part of where Trigon lives or hangs out, I suppose. I can hear a hollow token.
Julius is cooking up something, and I'm not talking about a turkey leg. That's why I'm working my own angle. I bet he's already coveting everything our dear brother Jacob's got. Naturally, everything they both have should be mine. Jacob is yours. The pain means nothing.
Wow, they've done a really good job of making them extremely ugly, haven't they? He's supposed to be in... Oh no, he said the wasteland, isn't he? But they're all demons, so I would expect them to be... this to be in hell. Maybe it's adjacent to hell.
Hey, dummy! Don't do that! I mean, whatever, I don't care!
Wonder why... Oh, hey. There's a bunch of skeletons at this table. Creepy. Difficult to get a good shot of them. Oh well.
You better not be doing what I think you're doing, because it won't work.
Yes. He am very smart.
Meat in the flesh. Flesh. Tastes like meat.
As opposed to what?
I'll learn from Jacob's stupid mistakes. He left his crystals out, unprotected. Couldn't help but show them off. Well, I'm going to shield mine, and my most disgustingly awesome minions will protect them. Wait. Unless my minions eat the crystal. Nah, they wouldn't do that. Would they?
Who knows? Also, I have no idea why the shield that was on them before has dropped, or had dropped. That was convenient and helpful, but I don't know why it happened. Hello, Julius.
I love delivery. Stupid little. Check, please.
I appreciate what you've done.
It's still shielded. Oh, there's a pair of skeletons on this bed. do anything to it. It's got the icon over it to say this is something you need to destroy, but nope. Not allowed to touch it.
I'm very excited about some of Star Lab's new developments. I'm sure you'll see something useful.
Snip back to my base and slot that. Mod that I got. Suppose it would be helpful. Oh yeah, and I also got some kind of research table, I think. Oh yes, this. There we are. Organization rating. Organization rating. Nice. Precision. Okay. That's kind of cool. That was obviously a Red Ring user. Themed their costume on color red, but the icon that they were using, the circle with a line at the top and bottom, that's the icon of the Green Lanterns. Not red. I wonder whether they couldn't find a Red Lantern symbol. Or haven't unlocked one yet, I suppose. Science Spire. Cool, let's do this. Zod's forces have been snooping around Lex Luthor's tower in the Tomorrow District. The Science Spire. Lois Lane believes they're after some information stored in Luthor's database, and has hired you to find out what the Kryptonians are after. Get there right away and help her out before she gets scooped. How on earth is Zod just wandering about the planet? How did he get out of the Phantom Zone? Why isn't Superman dealing with him? I imagine there are any number of things that Lex has collected, pieces of information that Lex has collected here, to do with Kryptonians. I mean, he's obsessed with defeating Superman, so he will have collected a huge number of things over time.
Zod is dangerous. Of course, any Kryptonian megalomaniac loose on Earth is dangerous, but Zod especially so. I've taken a brief leave of absence from the Daily Planet to try and figure out what he's up to since escaping the Phantom Zone.
How did he escape the Phantom Zone, though? It's supposed to be inescapable from the inside.
I'm glad you responded, because I need someone with your skill set. I've been trying to track down where Zod went after he left the Phantom Zone, and it seems some of his people took an interest in Lex Luthor's Science Spire. I knew then I needed to investigate. My guess is they're after something in Luthor's database. Let's find out what.
And what are you doing over there at the armory?
Going in unarmed seems like a bad idea. I'm sure Lex won't mind if I borrow this.
Well, I don't know what
Reminds
you
me
expect.
of the time those gangsters left me alone in a room with a Tommy gun. I mean, come on, guys.
What do you expect to manage to do with a an ordinary Earth weapon against Kryptonians. Obviously my expertise is beating the tar out of dudes, which I admit I'm very good at. Good choice for this. Could you please stop that?
I'll see if Lex has anything stashed around here that could help.
Unnecessary.
Let's see if I can find anything useful,
I know Perry let me have the time off because he smells another Pulitzer, but the real reason I'm doing this is because I've got to uncover what Zod is after. As soon as I figure it out, I will let Superman know. But I know he's busy with off-world threats, so I may need to hire some muscle for this off-the-books investigation.
I don't know that you can really claim what we're doing here is journalism so much as industrial espionage. Not that I'm particularly opposed, mainly because it's Lex Luthor, but the veil you're putting over this is extremely thin, Miss Lane. The accomplice! Come on, guys, I have a name.
We will not surrender!
Well, then get beaten to pieces. I'm easy either way.
I got a tip from a source that individuals with suspiciously Kryptonian-like abilities were seen around Lex Luthor's Science Spire. I don't have time to verify this information. I'm heading there now.
Who needs verification when you can rush off without thinking?
Good, you made
Impulsively.
it. Let's get moving.
That stuff got smashed to flinders, didn't it? Oh no, Zod was a bit of a war criminal. I don't know how you are a bit of a war criminal. I mean, it's an all or nothing sort of thing, isn't it, really, war crimes? But Zod was a war criminal.
Give me a few seconds here and I'll unlock the door to the next level.
I don't think that you can say you can work for Zod and then go for Krypton. It's like... Oh hey. That's interesting design. These look like Kryptonian clones. Oh, I can't smash the tubes, that's annoying. Is it above us? Is it the next layer up? That'd be annoying. There's another one here somewhere. Lois to just chill there next to the Kryptonian soldier.
If you can get some power to that central power thing, I think the door will open.
How am I holding this orb of energy? This is awfully convenient. Do I have to get all of them going at once? Oh, no. They're all still active. Why is that the way that your generator or whatever works, eh? It's fucking weird.
Damn you for this!
Haha. Object. Although this isn't quite what I was expecting.
The Science Spire was allegedly a tribute to the unshakable human spirit. Pfft, I didn't believe that for a second. In actuality, Lex intended the Spire to shoot a laser at Superman. The building doesn't move. How was Lex even going to... You know what? It doesn't even matter.
Allegedly. Which is a joke for those of you who watch Letterkenny. Is that the last one?
On my way to the Science Spire, I gave Superboy a call. I had heard certain experiments were going on there, and I thought he might have some inside information. He did mention that Lex had been gathering up any information about Brainiac's ships, including metrics gathered by Cadmus at Area 51.
Interesting. How come we haven't seen or heard any mention of Superboy yet in the entire game? You'd think, I mean, we've met Supergirl. Why not Superboy? Superboy, for those who don't know, is usually a half Kryptonian, half human clone who is grown by Lex. In some continuities, he has psychic powers because of his half human heritage. In others, Superboy is not half Kryptonian at all. He's just a Superboy from a separate alternate universe. So DC certainly used to have a bunch of alternate universes, and the one in which all the stories we see in main DC canon was just one of those. And
That's it!
what was that about? Whose DNA does he have? Wow, that's the interesting thing. usually, well, if Superboy is a... What's that? Armor trinket. So if Superboy is a half-human, half-Kryptonian clone, then his human DNA donor is Lex Luthor.
Somewhere in all this data is the information Zod is after. Let's see what we've got here. The bottled city of Kandor! These are the coordinates to Brainiac's bottle ship where it's being held. If Zod wants to steal Kandor, he'll have to go through us first. We can't trust him with this information.
I am Zod. Those coordinates, give them to me. You cannot keep us from restoring Kandor.
Yeah, Zod is wound a bit too tight. It's not like we're gonna leave Kandor there now that we know where Brainiac is holding it.
Well, it's very much less that Lex really wanted a kid with Superman, and more that... So, his first attempts to create a weapon to use against... Well, a living weapon to use against Superman were, resulted in Bizarro. Apparently, in universe, attempting to clone a Kryptonian is kind of an ordeal. It's supposed to be very, very difficult, and even the Kryptonians, with all their advanced tech, were not... It took them a long time to get it worked out. And so... if you don't get it correct, you end up, in the best case, usually, when it works at all, with something like Bizarro. To stabilize the DNA and to make it easier to actually, manifest as a living thing that isn't insane. If I recall correctly, there was also this explanation that he had a whole lot of genes from assorted humans with superpowers. I don't know, that's not something that I'm familiar with having happened in a lot of the canon. Lex would add his own DNA as a means partly of stroking his own ego. Like, if he needs human DNA to stabilize the Kryptonian DNA and make it possible to have a living weapon that isn't insane and will actually do what it's told, he would want it to be his own DNA, not because he wants to have a child with Superman, because he has any romantic feelings towards Superman, but because he has to have that DNA come from himself. It's an ego thing. He usually tries to use that connection to Superboy as a means of controlling Superboy. Like, hey, listen, I'm your father. I'm your human father. You should listen to me. Bonds of family and so on and so forth, even though Luthor is pretty garbage to the rest of his biological family. The original explanation, when he was first seen, is that Cadmus had made him using the best human superpowers or something. Oh, okay. Well, that might have changed. This is the version seen after the death of Superman anyways. Oh, okay. Yeah, the versions of Superboy that I'm familiar with, he's a half-human clone. His human donor DNA is from Lex Luthor, and sometimes because of his human DNA origin, he has the ability to use limited psychic abilities, limited psychic powers. Raven, Julius's day is done. Good work collecting those. Battling against my brother is never easy, even Julius. As always, thanks for your help. Well, I mean, it's because of my incredibly high challenge rating, but it was kind of easy to fight against Julius. That's Terrible t-shirt. Ah, now that's a very old joke. I see you found my log entries. Lois Lane, a lost chunk of Krypton. Log entries. A reporter's work is never done and never easy. Thanks for finding these. LexCorp floor monitor. So, in, I think, the 80s, DC released a like a what was the it released like an encyclopedia of their just their world as it was at the time, and one of the things that it covered was Lex Luthor, and it described him as a villain and the way that he usually went about things. Now, at the time, Lex Luthor as a villain was kind of a moron. He was super intelligent and he could invent incredibly advanced robots, but usually what he did with that knowledge was attempt to rob a bank rather than sell the designs and become a rich tycoon by legitimate means. He would rob banks, which, if you know anything about, or if you read very much into other like superhero adjacent genre stuff, or if you know anything about banks anyway, you'll know that banks don't actually usually keep very much cash on hand in the bank, at least not anymore. Anyway, so Lex in the 80s is kind of a moron, not very good at coming up with clever plans. Like, he could build advanced robots, but then applying that, it's the issue of having incredibly high intelligence but very low wisdom. Anyway, in this encyclopedia, or like anthology or whatever, no, anthology is the wrong word. In this encyclopedia, it had a short description of Lex Luthor and the kinds of things that he does, and it described one of Lex Luthor's evil plans was stealing cakes. I don't remember how many. Was it like 32 cakes? It was quite a lot of cakes, but it was still Lex Luthor steals cakes. And That's Terrible was printed in all seriousness in this book as a description to let you know that Lex Luthor is terrible, and that stealing cakes is a bad thing to do. And so that's why this t-shirt, That's Terrible, with the name That's Terrible, has a slice of cake on the front of it. This is also a period where Lex Luthor dressed in tight purple pants and a loose flowing green shirt with a low cut V in the front, and I think gauntlets. Yeah, it's wild. There's some really weird stuff back in the history of DC, and I enjoy that. I really appreciate and like that they put callbacks to that kind of thing in it, in the game. Anyway, that's 3 hours of stream. I hope that this has been enjoyable, and I hope to see you guys again. I will be streaming. I'll be back on Monday. I should have my magic and tech heroes up to the point that I can do the last of their missions. So we'll get to see the fight against Circe alongside Wonder Woman, which I have done before, but not on stream, obviously. And we'll also get to see the fight against the Joker alongside Batman, which I've never played before, because I think about level 20 or so is as far as I've gotten a tech hero before. So I'll be looking forward to seeing that with you as well. So yes, 8 p.m. GMT Monday. I hope to see you guys again. Not necessarily then. Who knows when? But yeah. Goodbye.